Here's your daily dose of fitness, food, and fun. Anjelica's Daily Surprise starts now.
I gotta make sure I don't split this suit. Okay, here I go. This is leather, by the way. Ooh, I'm fancy and very hot. Hello there, and welcome to my apartment. Now, as you can see, I'm dressed like the one and only Elvis Presley. However, no transformation into the king of rock and roll is complete without learning his signature moves and mannerisms. And who better to teach me those exact things than Elvis Presley tribute artist Bruno. Surprise!
Surprise!
Welcome, Bruno.
How are you, Anjelica?
I'm very good. How are you?
Very good, very good. Sort of fit for a king today.
Yes, I feel like I'm standing in front of the Elvis Presley right now.
I wish you could say that.
So how long have you been doing this for?
I've been doing this for 23 years.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm getting old.
You look like you're only 23, though.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'll take that. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm warming my hips up here. I feel like you need a good hip warm up before you dance like Elvis,
everything
right?
is sort of a stretching thing. You know, Elvis's moves were all into stretching.
Okay.
Karate, stretching.
Okay.
So where do you want to start this off?
I'm a big hip-focused kind of gal, so let's start there.
So we got to do this. We're going to go back to the 50s.
All right.
Because everything started for Elvis in the 50s.
Mm-hmm.
So Elvis was it happened just by accident kind of thing.
Okay.
It was the energy.
All
so
right.
everything is energy from people. So he had a lot of hip and knee stuff going on. So it's like in with the knee, out with the hip. In with the knee, out with the hip. That's it.
In with the knee, out with the hip. In with the knee, out with the hip.
See, it's quite fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
See, and then when you're going through 68, like Elvis is through the years, he had a lot of just standing there snapping his fingers. And it was just all more hips and upper body, just shaking.
All right.
And then when he got to 68, that's where he was being more of the rebel. Uh-huh. So the rebel stuff is like black leathers and everything was hot and hip.
All right.
So he had it was a lot of knee bending and a lot of just hip shaking.
All right.
A lot of more like grinding kind of thing.
Okay, this is where grinding came from.
Oh yeah, Elvis started it all.
Tell the kids that.
So it was all more bottom action.
Okay.
And it was all more hips.
All right.
And just swiveling hips.
All right.
Now through the 70s stuff, when Elvis was going through the 70s, it was a lot of more upper body stuff.
Okay.
Elvis didn't do much lower body besides maybe taking a knee or something.
All right.
But it was more upper body. He would do like the shoulders. He would do like a shoulder shake, like a shimmy.
Oh, hey. See, this is something I know how to do because I'm a belly dancer.
So yeah, he did a lot of big shoulder shimmies. He did a lot of arm swivels. So he's spinning his arm and he's sort of bumping his hips at the same time.
Bumping the hips. Bumping the hips.
And don't forget to spin the arm.
Spinning that arm.
He did a lot of his moves back into the 70s were a lot of karate. So he would end his songs a lot with karate.
Okay.
It was very cool.
So he took karate and kind of made it like a dance move.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very cool. Do you do karate?
I took some karate for a while.
To get into the character of Elvis?
Well, no, I did it because I wanted to learn some self-defense.
Oh, okay.
But then at the same time...
I feel like you're an imposing man. I feel like people should be more afraid of you, no?
No, not really. I'm a giant teddy bear.
Okay.
But the thing is that I wanted to be more like Elvis.
Right.
So I didn't want to just stand there and do a karate move and then someone who does karate is like, yeah, you did that completely wrong.
Right.
So I figured, let me learn it a little bit more on the right side.
Yeah.
The right way to do things.
Yes.
So Elvis did a lot of, he would do a lot of stances where he would have a fist and one palm out like this.
Okay. I gotta make sure I don't split this suit. Okay, here I go.
You're in a little bit more of a predicament with the leather, but...
I know, right? This is leather, by the way. Ooh, I'm fancy and very hot. Okay.
So it's a lot of palm out with a fist.
All right.
He would normally drop the microphone at this point. He would just put the microphone down and break out into karate moves.
Wow.
There was a lot of fist pumping.
Okay.
People go to the clubs and they see everybody fist pumping.
Yeah.
Yeah, Elvis did a lot of fist pumping in his shows.
Okay, so he started grinding and fist pumping. This is amazing.
The only thing he didn't start was the sprinkler.
All right.
Other than that, he did pretty well everything else. Well, throughout the 70s, then he went later in life, there was a lot less movements.
Right.
You know, he got bigger through times, and there was just a lot of standing there.
Yeah.
Slight movements. Mm-hmm. Maybe in his mind he was doing backflips, but he really wasn't. But Elvis he did a lot of as I said, it was more very spontaneous. There was no wrong dance move for Elvis.
Yeah.
And crazy thing was, it was always in time.
Yeah.
So it worked out. His band followed him, and he followed his band.
Oh, wow.
So even throughout the 70s, still incorporated, like in the 50s, there's something they call it the windmill. Now,
Yeah.
I don't do it in my shows, because as you
this?
can tell, pretty close, but that's more like if you're going swimming. That's like the backstroke.
The backstroke. What's
But
the windmill?
This windmill thing is, he did a lot in the 50s. Elvis was very different.
Okay.
So I don't do it because I only do, as you can tell, I do mostly this 1969 to 1977.
Yeah.
I'm too tall and too big to be doing the 50s Elvis. He was like tiny.
Oh, okay. So you'd
But
have to like drop some weight
I would
or
have
something?
to drop like an extra person.
We'd have to put you on a can of tuna and an apple a day or something,
Pretty
right?
much. And maybe you could teach me some belly dancing to just shed the weight. But this windmill, he would pivot with this foot, like back and forth with this foot.
Oh,
But at
just
the
that one foot?
Just the one foot, because this foot wouldn't
So not this?
No, one foot wouldn't even be on the ground.
Okay.
So this foot would cross over,
Okay.
and this one would swivel back.
Okay.
And then he would cross over,
I'm falling
and then
over.
swivel back.
Oh.
And he would travel the whole stage.
Oh, so
But
wait.
at the same time, he would spin his arm.
Okay.
It's almost like
Show me the full version.
so it would go bang, bang, bang,
bang.
just over, and he would go really fast across the whole stage.
You need the arms to go so that you can
So
do
that you
it,
have
right?
that momentum.
Oh gosh.
So,
One, two, one. Okay,
hey,
hold
you're
on.
doing pretty good.
How do you start it? How do you start it?
So he would start it always with his foot forward.
Foot forward.
Opposite, yeah, exactly.
Okay.
And he would go one
One.
over,
One over,
two,
two.
exactly. Just keep it going.
One, two. Okay, before I go into my potted plant here, I'm starting here. Sorry, I'm a bit of a perfectionist, in case you didn't notice.
Yeah.
Whoa, I'm windmilling.
I gotta be honest, you did that better than a lot of guys would do after 20 years in this. So that was pretty good. So that was Elvis's biggest staple move for the 50s.
Okay.
And I think you got all these moves down.
How
perfect.
did you get into this?
23 years ago, my family owns a restaurant in Toronto, and another Elvis tribute artist came in there. He entertained all the people. Then I saw the reaction that the people were giving for Elvis. Did some research, fell in love. Then I felt the challenge, because Elvis is not easy. Once I felt that challenge, I got that burn. I learned some Elvis songs, and we had fun with it, and I did it on New Year's that year.
Oh, wow.
At the restaurant. People went nuts. 23 years later, I'm on your TV show.
And you travel all over the world.
Yeah, this is what I do full time.
Wow.
Yeah, I have this, and then I sing other music on the side. But right now, it's 365, only
Yeah,
Elvis.
you've got a really nice, like, smoky voice.
Well, it comes with hard work
Yeah.
through the years, that's for sure.
What's your favorite Elvis song?
Suspicious Minds.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Viva Las Vegas. Is that hack?
Hey, no, it's not hack. It's a lot of shoulder shimmy.
Oh, yeah?
So it's Viva Las Vegas, and you got a lot of shoulder shimmy. That's it. Can't go wrong.
Okay, let's go through all those moves one more time.
So remember, you got the hip, just a lot of in and out.
Hip in. No, knee in, hip out. Yes.
Then you got the windmill. Do you remember the windmill?
Yes.
Let's see it. Awesome. And then remember, you got a lot
I'm
of the
sure
70s.
I look-
You got a lot of the 70s where it's just a lot of hip grinding, arm movements,
And what about the lip?
the lip. You're good. Me, I can't do it on my right side, so I got to do it on my left.
Oh, nice. Which
Because
side
if
did
I-
Elvis do it on?
It varied. It was just the way he smiled, and he
Okay.
sort of curled the lip.
I can only do it on one side.
I do my right side, and I look like Daffy Duck.
I do my left side, I look like that.
Atta girl.
Well, I've got-
It looks like you got him down pretty perfect.
That's a lot to think about. I feel like I'm becoming Elvis here.
I think you could do it.
All right, well, that's been Anjelica's Daily Surprise. We're leaving the building. See you next time.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.